I am in Nigeria and presently I am living in Nigeria. Nigeria is one of the countries that has high malaria burden, and so those of us who are living in Nigeria have the chances of coming down with malaria infection anytime we are exposed to malaria infection. It is the 25th of April and it is the World Malaria Day. On this day, we are calling our attention to the dangers malaria infection can have on our health. And in this video, we shall be sharing with you 5 ways to help us prevent malaria infection. I am Sister Augusta. I am a sister of St. Louis. I am also a nurse and a midwife. This is me saying thank you to all of you who are just joining us on Body Gist for the first time. You are the VIPs. And for those of you who are returning to Body Gist, you are the real VIPs. I say welcome back to you. Do not forget to click on the subscribe button. Turn on your notification so that you always get notified whenever we upload new videos. You can also follow us on all our other social media platforms. We are on X, formerly Twitter. We're on Instagram, and we are also on Facebook. Do not go away. We shall be right back. Welcome back. 5 things we need to do to help us prevent malaria or stay malaria free. When we notice that we have malaria infection, some of us go on self-medication. By this I mean you prescribe drugs for yourself and take. Do you know that self-medications can cause you to have a poorly treated malaria infection? And poorly treated malaria infection can lead to more serious life-threatening complications, such as even you coming down with anemia. It can make you have liver disease and some other infections that you will not be able to manage. It can even lead to death because if there's destruction of the liver cells. Please stay away from self-medication. Self-medication is bad. If you come down with malaria infection or if you have malaria infection, please ensure you visit the nearest clinic to you. Go see a physician so that you have the right medication to take, so that you do not have a poorly treated malaria infection. The second thing we need to pay attention to is the kind of food and fruits inclusive that we eat. Do you know that our fruits contain a whole lot of vitamins and nutrients that help to build our immune system, such that even when we are being bitten by mosquito that causes malaria infection, the process of malaria developing this infection in our body will not be successful because our immune systems are already built. So I will always encourage us, let us eat healthy meals, fruits inclusive, I've said, because they contain a whole lot of nutrients and vitamins that help us build our immune system and help us destroy malaria infection from developing in our body. The third thing we need to pay attention to is our genotype. Persons with genotype AA have more affinity to suffer malaria disease or malaria infection more than people with other types of genotypes, say SS and AS. Now, people with genotype AA, moreover, I have made a video on reasons why people with genotype AA suffer malaria infection. Please ensure you visit the channel to watch the video. People with genotype AA suffer more malaria than persons with genotype AS or SS. The reason they suffer more malaria infection is the fact that the genotype AA occurs in pairs, that means 2 A's, and the gene A has more oxygen content, and this oxygen content supports the replication and duplication of malaria parasite. So because it supports the replication and duplication of malaria parasite, it will favor malaria infection to develop in an individual with the genotype AA. So if you have the genotype AA, you need to always try to keep yourself prevented from coming down with malaria infection. The number 4 thing I want us to look at is keeping our environment clean. We always take this for granted. Please, let's keep our environment clean to prevent the breeding of mosquitoes around our environment. And if we prevent the breeding of mosquitoes, then we won't have mosquito bites that will make us come down with malaria infection. And if we are stressed, please let us rest, because what stress does is to weaken our immune system, such that if mosquito now bites us, the individual will come down with malaria because the immune system is already weakened by stress. So always find time to rest and ensure that you stay in a clean environment always, that will prevent the breeding of mosquitoes that can give malaria infection. Lastly, if you feel unwell, please visit the clinic nearest to you. Get tested to know if you have malaria infection or disease, and get yourself treated by a physician. We have said do not self-medicate. Do not try to self-medicate. Self-medicate kills. Try and rest always. Know your genotype. eat healthy diet, and keep your environment clean. It is still April 25th and it is still World Malaria Day, and I am still Sister Ozo Augusta. Keep following us on Body Gist. Let's keep giving you healthy gist. See you in our next video.